Hello, everyone. My name is Sherry. Welcome to my channel. This is my YouTube channel that is just for teachers. So if you're one of my students, welcome. You're more than welcome to be here and join us. But our conversation today is going to be more for teachers. So I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I want to introduce my first guest. I have not done an interview on YouTube yet, so this is my first opportunity to do that. And I wanted to test the waters with my good friend and fellow online teacher, Andres. So let's bring him on and welcome him. Hello.
Hello, Sherry, and hello, everyone.
Hello. Thanks for joining me today. So, like I said, I wanted to test this out. I think we're live. I think everyone can hear us and see us. I don't see any comments yet. So maybe it's just the two of us chatting, but I'm going to go ahead and hopefully some people will join and ask questions. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a new system, Andres, I have not used before. It's called Streamyard, and I like it because I think that there are some pretty cool features. So I'm going to just type something in here and put it as a banner on the bottom, and then I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, so let's
Sure.
do that. All right, so there we go. So Andres is from Ecuador. So let's I'd like for you to share your story. So where are you from? And tell me a little bit about your background as far as where you went to school and all of those things.
Great. And you can stop me anytime if I'm going out of the point.
No,
So,
you're good.
hello, everyone. My name is Andres, my last name Martinez. I am from Ecuador. So, my last name Martinez is typical Latin last name from Ecuador. It is South America, for you to know. I started learning English, I would say long ago, like about 10 years already.
10 years,
And
really?
10 years. I think so. Well, not exactly 10 years, could be 8.
Okay.
Not sure. Okay, let's work this out. It is 2013. So 8 years.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is.
I had to
I
figure out the
started,
math for a
yeah,
moment.
I started learning this language previously. Well, actually, I am also a journalist, apart from being an English teacher, and it is part of my background. I started learning English, and then I had the opportunity to teach, and little by little, I I have improved. Well, not just about the language skills, but also those personality traits, like some values. I have improved a lot since I started teaching. And I started teaching like just 1 year after I started learning. Of course, just oh, English for kids.
I did not know that you had done that.
Really?
So you started teaching only 1 year after you started learning English.
Yes, because when I, let's say, graduate from that little institute, I started learning. The principal in there, he told me that I had qualities to teach, and he would like to, in some way, we could say, taste,
Okay. He wanted to give you
observe,
a taste of teaching
observe.
online.
Yeah, he wanted to observe me, and I haven't stopped since then. I've been, well, it is not in a regular way, but I've I taught since 2014 or around. I guess yes, because as I told you, 1 year after I graduated from that institute, then I decided to start or restart the university again, and this time was teaching English. So education with
Mhm.
the teaching English.
Okay.
And that's something I could say.
So you would say then that you didn't really formally begin to learn English until 2013. So you didn't learn English in grade school.
No, and that is a good point because I consider that's my belief that it is difficult. It is difficult to learn English when you are in the school or in the high school. It is not just with me, but with the most of the students in our institutions. I mean, when you finish the even the university, when you finish even the university,
Mm-hmm.
at least in my case, when I finished the first career, I was not able to speak in English, and I had to study English in the university. Of course, they tried to teach me English, but was difficult. Was difficult.
So let me make sure I understand this. So you went to the university, which do you mean college after high school?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Because in some countries, when they say university, they mean high school. But
yes.
you attended the university and received your bachelor's degree. And
You're
what was your degree in?
you're right, and it is because of our culture. Because in our language, in Spanish, in Ecuador, we say universidad. It means
Sí.
university. But
Mhm.
I totally understand. In USA, for example, it's different. After you finish the high school, you go to the college. So my bachelor's degree is in social communication first. I finished in 2010. Then,
Know that.
really, I think I have told you that.
I thought it was journalism.
Well, we understand like it is the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Because
At
when
least at least in our environment, when you say I have finished or I have bachelor in social communication, you understand you are a
okay.
journalist, I mean.
Okay. Okay. I did not realize that. Okay. So, and then, so that was in 2010. And so you were probably 22 years old or something, really.
Exactly 22,
Mhm.
exactly that, 22. And I
Just a
started working.
baby.
Yes, I think so. And even with experience, i I didn't have any experience. And when I started, many people I need to work with, they didn't believe I am a journalist because of my face and because of my attitude, I guess, like not so professional or stuff like that, I guess. But in some occasions, I have perceived they're surprised.
Okay. So do you think when you were a new journalist in the field, do you feel that you were perceived as being younger because of your appearance, or do you feel that your personality and your maturity level was older?
Both, both. And I got, or I could say, I've improved in both fields, the academic, the professional, and well, I wouldn't say I improved my appearance, but I have changed definitely. So I didn't have this beard before.
Okay. Okay. So the beard does kind of make you look more mature. Yes. So
Yeah.
audience, when he shaves his beard, he looks like he's 18. Which isn't a bad thing, I guess. I wish I could just shave my face and look 18.
Well, thank you for that. I like it.
Okay, so now let's talk about. I wanted to share with the audience who's watching, what was your experience with? Well, first of all, did you have any native English speaking teachers at the university?
Not at all. Not in the school, not in the high school, not in the college.
Okay,
No, very difficult.
okay, and so how did you practice speaking English?
Through the programs in that occasion, I remember when I was in the school, just the teacher. When I was in the high school, it was like a little bit the tapes. Do you remember those tapes?
Yes.
Yeah, and with the recorder, the tapes and the recorders in some occasions,
Yes.
but
That's how I
mostly,
learned Spanish.
yeah. Oh,
And it didn't, you would wear these big headphones
so
and they were
sad,
connected to the ceiling.
so sad. Yes. Then the university, it was not different, quite the same. At that point, I'm talking about 2008, 2009.
Okay, so we say
About.
2008 or 2009.
Okay, great. 2008 or 2009
Mm-hmm.
was not much different. Fortunately, when I finished my bachelor about social communication, I started working, but I quit and I started learning English later. It was a bit different because we had the CDs first, then even more, we started getting more familiar with the technology, or at least networking, Facebook, YouTube, and the Google itself was a great tool for us
Google.
learning Google,
Mm-hmm.
learning this language. And I consider that that has been the biggest tool I have had to improve, at least a little, but I have improved by using these tools. And regarding native speakers, as I have told you before, here in my country we got a popular city. Its name is Otavalo in Ecuador. It's a very touristic place. A lot of tourists from USA
Can
or
you spell
Europe.
that for me?
Yeah, sure. It is O
Mm-hmm.
T A V A L O.
Okay. Please continue.
Yes. Fortunately, it is not that far, like 30 minutes from
Okay.
my city. If you go by driving or taking a bus,
Mhm.
I started meeting people, but just a couple of minutes now, and I approach them in some occasions. Excuse me, uh, I'm an English learner. Would you please practice English with me? The most of them were very good people, very nice, very polite and kind, and they accepted and they say, of course, sure. Some others, no, but that was part of the process. That was part of the process. And when you are learning this language, it is like gold when you can meet a native speaker. You That is the desire the most of us learning this language have, to meet or to have friends who speak this language as native.
Okay. So let's talk about the last 3 years. What have you done with your English skills and your teaching?
Well, just 2019, I finished my second career,
Mm-hmm.
bachelor's degree in teaching English. So I have been teaching in the same institute I have mentioned. By the way, its name is Illinois, like your state,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I've been working there, like teaching purely.
Okay. So
Apart from that,
you started teaching at the Illinois Institute. Is that what it's called?
yeah, it was in 2013, 2014, and
Okay.
I was working there like sporadically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that has been my common job in there. Apart from that, I want to say that I prepare myself by using the internet tools like YouTube and that stuff, Google and more,
Mm-hmm.
to get the B2 first certificate, Cambridge B2 first certificate. And
Okay.
I got that certificate, and I consider, or I know in my country at least, that is one of, they consider like a basic
Mm-hmm.
certificate for
Mm-hmm.
you to be a teacher in the public area, for example.
Got it. Okay.
And apart from that, I also enjoy like translating some things related with the mixed martial arts
Hmm.
from English into Spanish. But it is like a hobby,
Okay. A hobby. Yes. Mm-hmm.
hobby. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. And lately, fortunately, thanks to a good friend, I was able to be into a nice job. I just started 1 month ago, and it
Mm-hmm.
is called Rapid Fire English. And I'm working in a different field. It's not like the common English program. It's
Mm-hmm.
something different, and I've been immersed in this new program, and I feel so comfortable. But mainly so to summer this to resume, I want to say sorry.
Okay.
Is not the word
To
resume.
summarize. To summarize.
To summarize, I want to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've been immersed in the English teaching my last 3 years.
Okay. Okay. And so I know that there's going to be a few teachers that may watch this at another point in time, because teachers like myself who teach a lot in China, they're always wanting to say, is there anywhere else that I can teach in the world that I don't have to get up early in the morning and teach? And South America would be one of those places. So for someone who is from your country or from South America, what is a tip that you have to share with someone, maybe like me, who is going to start teaching Spanish speakers to speak English who are from South America? What is different about working with people from South America compared to maybe Mexico or Spain?
I would like you to redirect that point exactly because I was tempted to say something, but I'm not sure if you meant this. For example, I could give tips for learners, or
No.
because basing my experience exactly. I want to be clear with that.
Okay, so I'm asking for your advice, to give advice to a teacher who
Okay.
is a native English speaker who is going to start teaching someone such as yourself.
Okay, got it.
What is different about teaching someone from South America compared to teaching
Yes.
someone from Central America, Mexico, Spain?
Okay, got it. I think the first word, not the first word, the first thing I want to say is that when you're teaching, I suppose when your native speakers are teaching people, Hispanic people, so is we Latin people, we consider it is definitely much better learning from a native speaker than learning from a local speaker. So a person who his or her mother tongue is Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, I have identified one great tool when you teach English, for example, and you both, the teacher and the learner, speak the same language. It
Mm-hmm.
is much easier when you speak the same language. You can go faster to the point you want to. So that is, I would recommend if you want to teach Spanish, try to get a basic Spanish in
Mm-hmm.
order to help help us to learn your language in order to do it easier and faster. That is the point. I'm not sure if I'm able to give more advice for those teachers, because we can discuss different topics about it. But based on my experience, knowing people from Mexico until Chile, Argentina, the South, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
North and the South,
Mm-hmm.
many different cultures. Definitely, we share the language, we share some traits, cultural traits, but each country is different. So another advice would be, go to the Google, try to find out something related to that country. Let's imagine you're teaching in Guatemala, so you Google Guatemala and you get informed about it. That would be, because it is different. We in South America, it is believed we speak Spanish in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is not like that. We understand perfectly each other, but the accent is different. And for example, people from Spain, Europe, it is the most different from Spanish, Latin Spanish, but mainly with, because they have different words, like you speak in English, American English, and others speak British English.
Yes.
It happens in Spain, in Latin America. After that, after that, so we could place ourselves in this continent.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend to check and get informed about the culture itself regarding each country. uh, Let me say about my country in Ecuador. We learners, we enjoy to learn with native speakers, and we can share with you about many things, our culture, food, places, yes. But some others, I don't know, maybe they prefer to share about sports because they have very good professional athletes,
Mm-hmm.
like soccer, that is very common in our continent. So that is different, I guess. I
Right.
guess. Yeah. I don't know if I was close at least to the point you meant.
Oh, yes. Yes. I really think that you were. And I wonder, because sometimes when I speak to um, other teachers from the United States, um, they sometimes tend to think, oh, they're Hispanic, they speak Spanish, so they all are going to have the same culture. And just like you said, that the cultures are very different from one country to another. So explain to me, we even have you have certain words that you may use in Ecuador for something that means something completely different in another country.
Yes.
Can you give
Um,
an example of that?
One example of that, let me think about it. For example, I told you once, we say it in Ecuador, when you use the sweater,
Mm-hmm.
we say, at least in my country, in my city,
Mm-hmm.
commonly we say la chompa, la chompa.
La chompa.
Yes,
Chompa.
but I'm sure if I move to my neighbor country, Colombia,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they are not gonna understand me la chompa. Maybe they're gonna say la chaqueta, la
Okay.
chaqueta.
Okay.
It's, yeah. But of course, if we continue talking, I explain, oh, in Ecuador we call la chompa this one. You say, okay, great, we understand. So by the language itself, speaking Spanish, so that wouldn't be the biggest problem. Yeah, first of all.
Right.
But yeah, I would recommend to identify the culture, because when one person like you from USA, for example, identify my culture and you are speaking something related to my country, I feel like motivated. Oh, I said, oh, my country is known by that person. Oh, so beautiful that you know my country. And I want to talk and I want to express and I want to show off about my country. Yeah, that is very good. That is very good. But let's imagine you're talking with me and you say, I'm Andres, I'm from Ecuador. And you say, excuse me, where is Ecuador?
Yes.
Oh, gosh, I would say, so sad, so sad. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we know where USA is located. The
But
whole world knows that. But I'm sure if you ask a couple of kids around and you say, where is Ecuador located? They are gonna think and you say, not sure.
right
In many cases, I guess.
now, but if you were to ask your brother or your mom, do you know where Illinois is? Would they be able to tell you where Illinois is?
No, 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 not at all. First of all, because your country is huge,
Right.
and then come on, if you know the country place located
Yes.
in the map, that's great.
Yes.
So you know where Ecuador is located, but come on, you don't know where is my city located right now. But well, that is not the point. But if you knew that and more stuff about my city, I would feel so proud because you know about my culture and I wanna show off about it. So I will feel definitely more motivated.
Okay. Okay. So before we end, because I know you have to teach, but well, actually, you're coaching, and coaching is different than teaching, right? So let me just kind of review. At Rapid Fire English, we have different levels based on our students. And the students who are new to the program, they are in Rapid Fire 1, and they receive assistance from coaches such as yourself. So native Spanish speakers who also have some degree of English speaking skills, and you assist them through the exercises. Is that an effective way of explaining what you do with Rapid Fire 1?
It is. Come on. I thought you were going to say anything else after that, but you were just describing my job at this point with rapid fire English. Yes, it is. Exactly
Okay,
like that.
good, good. So Andres and I and the rest of our team, we all work together at Rapid Fire English, and he is correct. We are doing a very different mode of educating people and helping people become functional in speaking English, because that's a problem that has been found time and time again, that people want to speak English. They may go all the way and get a bachelor's degree, like you, a bachelor's degree in teaching English, but cannot have a conversation.
Yeah, it's the reality. And you have mentioned a key word, functional, and that is the key word
Yeah.
when you refer to rapid fire English. Is functional. And what I like about this program, honestly, is this point. When I started learning English, the label of the institute I started, they put, we have the best teachers, local teachers and foreign teachers.
Foreign teachers. Really?
Yeah, foreign teachers. And you say, okay, I want to go there and I want to learn. I want to be surrounded by native speakers with gringos, like we say in a cute way. It's not offensive. Yeah.
Right.
And we say, okay, I want to go there and I want to practice and I want to speak English. But when you get there, you see the reality. The most of the this
You didn't
little
you didn't
institute,
see anyone that looked like me.
no, not at all. Not at all. They look like me, unfortunately.
So you did not get to see the La Gringas or Gringos.
Exactly. And it is total different when you are talking about rapid fire English. Fortunately, you scale some levels in order to get contact directly with people who speak English in a native way.
Mhm.
So native English speakers, and that's good. Apart from the reinforce, we bilingual teachers contribute. And it is another key point in that program. Teachers or coaches, instructors who speak speak Spanish like the mother tongue and English as the second one.
Yes, yes. So that's a valid point. Um, all right. Well, I guess I want to flip things and I want to see. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask me? I'm a little scared.
Scared about questions or scared about what?
Well, just do you want to ask me a couple of questions since you're a journalist?
Oh, sure.
What questions
Yeah,
would you like to ask me?
yeah, sure.
Maybe the
Well,
audience would like to hear this.
okay, definitely. So let's change roles.
Okay.
I'm the interviewer right now. My pleasure. So let's get started with the typical one. Introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Great. So, my name is Sherry, and I am from the United States. I've lived in Illinois my entire life. It's in the Midwest, and I just bought some sweet corn for dinner tonight. So, when we're done, I'm going to eat some sweet corn.
Are you hungry?
I am hungry. I bought some,
Starving?
I'm not starving, but I'm hungry. I bought some chicken, boneless chicken wings that are barbecued, and I'm going to have some sweet corn with them. So that's my dinner.
Do-
But anyway, I digress. I am a speech therapist. I went to school and received a master's degree in speech and language pathology, which means you learn all about development of language, you learn about how we speak, and we learn when there's a problem, what can we do to fix it. We help people communicate who struggle to do so. And then let's see what else. So
okay, let me stop you for a moment. Let me interrupt you, and let's play this role like I am that aggressive journalist, and I want to ask this. Okay, please tell me directly to the point. I want to know your strengths and your weaknesses
that's like a
as
job interview.
as a teacher, for example.
Ooh, as a teacher. Okay. I'll tell you. My strength is helping people feel comfortable and supporting them so that they can feel confident. I think that's my strength.
I like to hear that. Okay. And what about a weakness or weaknesses?
So my weakness is if you were to ask me, please teach me passive tense, passive voice, I would be like,
Got it.
I'm not your gal. So I don't some of the grammar like passive voice, I could do it, but it would not be my best work.
So do you consider yourself like a teacher who likes to go to the functional part of the language?
I think that I am best suited for with adults, I'm best suited for intermediate learners. I do like to help people write as well. But when it comes to the really grammar that's very complex, I can do it, but it's just not what I would consider my specialty.
Okay. And you have mentioned, that's good to know. Thank you. You have mentioned you commonly teach for students in China.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that you are able to identify some cultural traits by teaching them?
Yes, for sure. Yes. One of the first things that I learned when I started teaching children in China was the importance that Chinese families place on education.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good point. Maybe we from Latin America should follow that, try to copy, try to imitate, probably. Because being honest, in Latin America, we could say we are smart people, but in some occasions, we are not hard decided or determined to certain things. And that could be considered like a witnesses, like witnesses for
Weakness.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in this part of the continent. And I
Okay.
want to take advantage to clarify that we also are, you know, Americans.
Yes, you are. We're all Americans.
Thank you so much. I love to hear that.
Exactly. And for those who are watching who are from the United States and how we refer to ourselves when someone says, "Where are you from?" I'm American. Well, when Andres and I met a year ago,
close.
It's really close to a year.
Yeah.
When we met about a year ago, he informed me after we had chatted for a while and became friends. He's like, Sherry, a lot of people from Latin America don't really like it when people from the United States say that they are American because we're all American. And I'm like, never, it blew my mind. I never even considered that. So I am so glad that you told me that. It is a hard habit to break. But I really appreciate you making that point too.
We understand, getting to the major point, we understand it is not totally your fault since you are used to it. Since, for example, Ecuador, people from Ecuador, Ecuadorian, Venezuelan, Colombian,
Mhm.
Puerto Rican, Mexican,
Mhm.
but USA, no, it's not possible. That
Right.
is the reason why you have it. And I I have figured it out
Mm-hmm.
that it refers, or it has a huge influence because of the language. When you refer to the English they speak in Europe, you say the British English. And when you refer to the English you speak in this part of the continent, mainly in North America, also American English.
Mm-hmm.
That is reason why you have adopted
Mm-hmm.
that way to say American. I consider that. So it's not like your fault, but uh, for sure, you in general, people from USA, you won't change that. You will call yourselves Americans until the day you die.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that. We understand that. But at least it is good for us to hear people like you when you recognize that the rest of the continent is also America, and we love to hear that. Actually, we got a tournament, soccer tournament championship, and it is La Copa America, so American Cup, and it
Oh,
is in South America.
right. Right. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's very, very good. And I have right here.
Oh, you got a cup. Great. It is about what? Just a toy?
Yeah.
Just a little
So
craft?
so when I'm teaching my students and
Ah,
they do a good job, you get a
ah.
trophy. It's a
Let
trophy.
me tell you this. Recently I had an experience and I was applying for a job, and they proved me by my speaking skills.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, you understand.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, or they asked me this question and say, okay, which way do you speak with the students? How do you get communicated with the students when you are teaching English?
I'm almost
And I said, okay, I commonly follow up a common program. It is already designed and I'm just going through. But I have also developed the skill to be more by using my gesture,
mm-hmm.
body language. And
Yes.
they say, okay, that is a very good point, interesting point. Honestly, Andres, they told me like that.
Uh-huh.
And it was because I learned from you. I learned from you to be more to apply, yes, the body language. And actually those guys from that job, they called me later, like about 3 or 4 weeks later, and they said, hey guy, we got the job for you, are you still interested? And I said, well, yes and no, because some other details. But well, that was very good for me to say that I have learned, or I'm trying to use my body language to speak with the students. And yes, commonly I don't work with children, but in some other occasions I work with teenagers and adults.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, for example, I have learned this and say, oh, my eye itches, my eye itches. And they say, what? If they realize that, it means I'm connected with them.
Yes.
If they say anything, didn't say, if didn't say anything, so they are not understanding or we are not getting communicated.
So that is a really good point. And that is something that I do with my children that I teach all the time. I make a mistake on purpose because it's a good way for them to you're checking, are they listening? Do they understand? And then it also can create kind of a light moment where they're like, they laughed, or teacher, that's not right, you know. And it's I think it's important to include humor in class because learning another language is really hard. So yeah, all good points. Well, thank you so much, Andres. I'm not really sure if anyone saw this. I think they did. It will be on my channel, so people can watch it, and maybe you can share it with some of your students so they can hear. But
or with some employers,
yes,
in some occasion.
Right. Exactly. So thank you so much for helping me test out StreamYard. I think it worked pretty easily as long as it actually is on YouTube. And have a great night and have a great class. I'm going to go eat my sweet corn.
It's been my pleasure.
All right. Thank you so much, Andres. Bye.